I'm Gosia Lorenz. I've been doing spiritual work, metaphysical work, aligned, energetic work behind the scenes and the veil my whole life, practically. I grew up with that information in communist Poland that made me strong and tough and able to take it all and survive. So far, so good. I developed a lot of techniques on my own based on what I learned throughout my whole life, and also based on all the sessions and classes I've done all over the world, teaching about spirituality, consciousness, manifesting, and my specialty is entities, energies that might be affecting us adversely in one way or another. And there is absolutely a wealth of those energies that we sometimes wish weren't around us, because they do impact us very negatively sometimes. So I will want to, what's coming through me is to do kind of a meditation. Maybe I speak a little bit before that, but meditation, transmission, clearing based on the energy of everyone present here. And I also ask to tap into the people that will be here in the future, here and there in the future. So we're talking about thriving and resistance to thriving, resistance to abundance, resistance to having, and why such a thing even occurs. When we look at our energetic makeup, we are divine, sovereign beings of light. Why do we not see our life unfold as such, right? Why do we have all those incredible circumstances and boulders on our paths and difficulties and obstacles and drama over and over again and bodily stuff happening over and over again? Why do we have that? And you probably all, since you're here, studied it for many, many years. There are different aspects of that, and you can't answer it in a very, very simple way. I always look at different layers affecting a person, people I work with. There's physical manifestation of everything that happened energetically throughout all the lifetimes, dimensions, and realities. And the physical is usually the last layer, the last telling signal of something is just not right in my life, in my field, in my past. What the heck is going on here? I look at family patterns. I look at other lifetimes. I look at what people call karma, accumulated energies. But I also recognize and acknowledge that many very powerful people, beings of light, that came here to literally change this reality and be trailblazers and game changers, or hit with the strongest, most powerful, most gnarly and horrible things and life events. And why? Because they are that powerful. Because something out there, someone out there that doesn't want us to thrive is recognizing that power, is recognizing that potency, that light, and does everything to stop that. I also found in my work, a lot of this sounds a little bit like science fiction. I do a lot of out there stuff. There are attacks from the future. And that's one of those bizarre things that we don't even know how is this possible if we think of time in a linear way, but time is not linear. And we're just experiencing it in a linear way as past, present, future, but everything is happening simultaneously. So imagine you are this powerful being that comes into this planet. It's like, I'm going to change it all. I'm going to do it all. I have all these capacities and talents and abilities, and I'm going to just, change this horrible, things that happen in there. And then you jump in, and from basically the first split second of being here, you're being hit with all kinds of technology, all kinds of manipulations, inversions, beings, things that blend with your energy field, things that hook into you, things that veil over you and layer up over you. And it's almost like we're in a lost position from the get-go. So you're this powerful being that for God that is really, really powerful and really, really potent and has this volumes of information and libraries, literally libraries of information within you. And then you try having a life, right? Most of us are like just going through life, like through the storms and hurricanes and sand dunes and desert and all of that, rather than just floating and flowing and soaring like a beautiful butterfly or an eagle. So imagine you were on that trajectory to be great because you have this potential that you came here with. And then there's all these things and all these layers that show up before you even recognize this potential. So you kind of have a hard time recognizing this potential because you're being hit with all these things. And then there are other beings, interdimensional beings, beings from the future that want control on this planet and want us to be in darkness and disempowered and weak and just giving up our energy and feed on our energy, that will hit us or send attacks, send interferences, send things that really make our life much more difficult. And I see somebody writing, Corey, I've been suffering years from dark energy technology, implants being behind my ears, work with many healers, never sleep. I almost got in a bad car accident again today. Yes, and there are actually many people like that. And at least in my practice, I have a lot of clients that suffer from those really vicious attacks that can make their life absolutely miserable and make sure they do not thrive. So today I would like to, enough of talking, to move those blocks, move those, oh my gosh, my grandpa and his brother died on 9/11 different years. Woo, that's crazy, isn't it? All right, so let's just relax for a moment. Take a deep breath in. And I will talk about blocks, resistance, and also all aspects of abundance and thriving and being and stepping into who you are. So whatever will come through, I will just intuitively speak. That's how I work. It just kind of wells up in me and goes out through my mouth. So, and my body does a lot of work. So I'm already spinning, which is weaving energy field for all of us, field of high vibrations, connectivity, source connection, earth connection, clearing, purification. So tap into your body, feel into your body. Make sure you have your roots deep in the earth, crystalline grid of the earth coming through your feet, through your root. There we go. You feel stable, supported, strong, powerful, calm. And now extending your energy upwards through your body, plugging, connecting, reconnecting, or strengthening your connection with the source, with the divine source, universe, God source, however you want to call it, great central sun, connecting with that space, that field of love, of light. I call it the great seed because we all came out of that seed, grew out of that seed. So we all have the nature, the original potential energy of that field of love, of light, and miracles. Instant manifestation, beauty, joy, kindness. Okay, so now we are connected, connecting heaven and earth, and we are those conduits of those energies. So feeling in your heart, in your body, notice what you notice. Notice if there are any tensions, if there's any heaviness, contraction, blockages, anything that feels unnatural and that doesn't belong to you. It is not you. So let's start with clearing, undoing all these layers that you took on from others, all these layers that you got imprinted with, starting with your parents, with your lineage on both sides, and your negative parents that impact your ability to create, to manifest, and to thrive. Anything that you try to work through, heal, undo, transmute, but it wasn't yours to begin with, and you feel like you failed. Anything that you inherited and anything that you grew up with that became your norm, the norm of lack, not having, being less than, judgment, abandonment, sadness, anger. Ooh, a lot of that. Pain and suffering. What pops here is the religious upbringing where suffering was glorified, where suffering was good, made you stronger, made you just like Jesus. And everywhere that was really confusing to you, especially when you were a little child. Oh my gosh. I feel a lot of it in your solar plexuses and hearts, which of course would affect the way you show up in the world, the way you don't feel powerful, even if you are. So all this overlays, inversions, false information, false dogma, judgments, teachings that affected you negatively, that diminished you, that made sure that you never thrive, but just survive, that you never show up in your full light, your full potency, your full glory, that you don't shine, that you don't resonate with the highest frequencies available. All of that undo and switch to highest resonance with light, thriving, radiating your greatness, your beauty, your manifestation capacities, creating balance between sacred feminine, masculine, and creator energies. There we go. Going really fast, guys. That should have happened at the very end. So that is kudos to everyone before me who rhymed you so beautifully, amazingly. But we're going to fine tune everything. So all the energies of lack, not having, coming from other lifetimes, dimensions, and realities, vows of poverty, all the trauma surrounding lives in poverty, also lives where you did own a lot, but maybe were killed for it, destroyed for it, suffered because of it. Oh, it's a lot of it. So all the polarity around wealth, abundance, having, living your life the way you would like to, thriving, manifesting, everything that keeps you stuck in one way or another. Does it give you clear view of your path, your unique path that you're on, your soul's calling, your soul's alignment? Undo all of that. There we go. You're really fast. What an amazing group. Holy cow. Okay, everything imprinted in your hearts. That's pain, suffering, grief, loss, a lot of loss, judgment, any kind of polarity. There's a lot of polarity energy, polarization of your views, like switching from one side to another throughout different lifetimes, like being super poor, imprisoned, enslaved to a king, a queen, having a lot, but still not being really happy. So collapsing into the light, this polarity that you go back and forth in, collapsing it into the light, undoing and creating a clear path for you, your unique expression of your soul, of your being, of your job here on planet Earth. Because we all have some kind of a job. No job is too small or too big for us to do. There we go. So any memories, any trauma from struggle, famine, war, suffering that is still lingering in your field, anywhere in your physical, mental, spiritual, or physical layer, undo that. Any blocks that still somehow serve you. Why am I saying it? If we have some foundational energy, even if it's not a good energy, like lack, struggle, going up and down all the time, like you have money and then suddenly you have no money. So it's this big ping pong and yo-yo effect with money when there was a monetary abuse, spiritual abuse in your past, or any other kind of abuse, that becomes your foundation, that becomes your norm, that becomes your comfort zone, even if it was totally uncomfortable. Somewhere in your universe that's familiar, that's home, and that's comfort. Even if on a conscious level you're hating it and you're doing everything to change it. So everywhere you made your comfort zone, or your comfort zone was something that it's totally not what you want right now. And all the energy of abuse, trauma, that's a lot. Toxicity when you were growing up, sadness, not having, not enough, struggle, 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 always struggle, struggle, struggle. Let's clear it out, undo, transmute, and create a new foundation of having, of abundance on every level, abundance of beauty, love, kindness, peace, joy, compassion, beautiful relationships. Alignment with your higher purpose, trusting the universe, trusting you, first of all. Purifying your field from any and all unfavorable energies, whether there are entities, other disembodied energies, frequencies, artificial frequencies, AI frequencies, false light energies, attacks from any place, space, dimension, reality, lingering contracts, undo all of that. Let's do one more clearing for all the oaths, vows, commitments, fealties, communities, secret binding, demonic contracts, promises, swearings, revenges, loyalties, curses, damnations, condemnations, sentences, hexes, spells. Woo! Having to do with you not being able to create and thrive in this lifetime or in this present moment. Undo all of that, revoke, recant, resent, reclaim, undo, 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 disconnect, 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 disconnect. Every time you repeat something that became your chain, your enslavement, your limitation, anything that it's limiting and limited in its nature, and you don't even catch yourself doing that because it's such a programming, whatever that is, Oh, that's breaking my heart. Or I can't take this anymore. Or I can't stand it. Oh, we never had that. Oh, we never with that. Everywhere coming back in your life. And you're like in your 50s or 60s or 70s, and you're still talking about what happened to you when you're 5. It's time to move forward, disconnect from those times. Imagine those are like bungee cords connecting you, holding you back from your back to all these places and spaces, situations, and people. You want to go forward, and there's this pull yanking you back. You want to run forward, spread your wings, and fly. And there's imagine every time you're remembering those things. And then there's still like that moment of, something is happening, something I'm feeling, something is hurting. Sit down, look at that, acknowledge it. Look at this feeling, look at this emotion, look at this sensation, feel into it, witness it, bring it up. Because we normally automatically just stuff it somewhere in a corner, push it down, push it down, push it down. We don't want to feel it. We don't want to remember it. Oh, we're thinking about it over and over and over again, but don't do anything about that. Just witness, acknowledge, and let it go. 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 Okay. How are you guys doing? Oh, I didn't really look. All right. All right, there's a lot of stuff going on. Okay. What's coming up for you? Talk to me. I can keep going and going and going. All right.
You want to keep going a little more, you can.
Yeah, okay. All right, all right, all right. Okay, feel into your body. What's coming through is to offer into a field divine original blueprint. Those are blueprints of you when you just separated from source, the first moment of separation from source, when you were still everything that source is. Pure joy, lightness, love, openness, creation, all the wisdom you can imagine, all the capacities you can imagine. So let's step into that original blueprint, this original flow. That's now embracing you. It's golden net. Codes also coming through. Abundance codes. There's a little packages of information that land where they need to land in your field. Activating, opening, purifying, upgrading, shifting, recalibrating your field. Let's return to this original vision, signature, song, sound. Let's allow for everything else to literally dissipate and release in an instant. All the forces that are trying to stop you cannot match the level of your light, your purity, your power. Imagine you are like a sun, shining so bright, nothing can really come close to it without getting burned. But you also allow for everything to thrive. So anything dark that comes to you because you are so bright that once a piece of you just gets burned and zapped on contact, anything that is willing and able to receive from you, be activated, inspired, motivated. We're allowing for those ripples to come out. And let's ask for any gates and doors that you closed, doors to receiving, doors to having. Tap into your body and feel into your body. Do you have any barriers and walls that you built around you, and they did serve a purpose at certain time because you needed to protect yourself? If you feel that, sense that, maybe you can feel into it. Is it a wall? Is it a door? Is it a dam? Is it something you built and constructed in a very clever and creative way that nothing can take it down? Feel into it. Do you still need it? Is it still required? Opening it, decommissioning it, deconstructing everything that stands in the way of a flow of energy, flow of abundance, flow of greatness. Opening it. Open it. Open, 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 open. Receive the flow. See the energy, the river flowing into you. River of abundance, of light. It never ends. Rivers don't end. They just keep flowing. So any lack is just absence of movement, absence of receiving, absence of you seeing your greatness, alignment with that greatness that surrounds you, that abundance that surrounds you. Go outside, look at the tree. Is there any time the tree is not producing, changing, creating? How many leaves does a tree produce? One leaf falls, another one grows. And if there's time of stillness during the winter, the potential is still there. There's never lack, just absence of leaves, but the potential of leaves is there. So even if you're experiencing that moment of stillness, of perceived not heaviness, look around you. Aren't you surrounded by so much beauty, so much abundance? Can you tap into it? Can you become that? Can you become walking, talking abundance, thrival, soaring? Also, one more thing, tap into your body. Where are you storing the wisdom that you came here with, the potential that you came here with, the libraries of information that you came here with? Where do you store it in your body? Is it in your heart, somewhere else in the field, in your head? It can be a very specific location. You can feel kind of tingling, intensity, maybe some kind of pulsing. Maybe you know where you're storing all these things. Mm. Mm. Energy is moving, it's still flowing. We're in the flow. So some of it might be a little silent without much explanation. Open your heart, open your field. Trust yourself. beyond a shadow of a doubt. If you're here on this planet right now, you have a big job to do. And be. What can you be that you haven't been before? What big shoes are you asked to step into? What quantum leap could you take and make? What is the universe, the source, the spirit asking you to claim, own, acknowledge about you? The I'm not good enough and the self-judgment and he, she did this to me. That's the past. We don't have time for this any longer. No more. We've done enough work about that. Enough already. That's like so 90s or like 2000s. I don't know. 90s kind of really long time ago, right? I guess I'm old. But let's just ditch all of that. It's time to move forward. You always have a choice. You always have a choice. What are you going to choose? Stepping back into the lack, stepping back into I'm not good enough, self-judgment. Oh, I shouldn't have done it. Oh, I'm so guilty. I'm so wrong. Or no, this is a new day. This is a new moment. This is a new me. What am I asked to be and do on this planet right now? What can I do to change the situation right away? What can I become to change all of that? Remember, you're radiating out everything, everything. I choose love. I love that. Yes, let's choose love. Let's make love the new black, the new way of functioning and being on this planet. Radiating love, even if you being attacked by some a-holes out there, because they are not going away, probably, hopefully, one day, but we always have someone who potentially could ruin our mood, but let's just choose love, disconnect, rise above. Remember, we are unique, special, brilliant, amazing, amazing beings of light. Our frequency is changing all the time. We can always ask to harmonize to the highest frequency vibration available right now. Clear our field, be always connected to the source, be in our body, be the only ones in the body, and be connected to the earth. Those are 4 things I always check. Am I in my body? Am I the only one in my body? Am I connected to the source? Am I connected to the earth, crystalline grid of the earth? I check this, correct this every day, sometimes a few times a day, especially when I'm exposed to a lot of other energies. Okay. And also recognize that any like movement of your mood, of how you feel, it's usually connected to some external energies. So maybe you are not acknowledging how tuned into the world, into the earth, into the collective you are. And maybe one of your jobs on this planet is to work and clear and sense those things. Like I feel the earthquakes coming on. I feel the volcanoes as like shooting pains through my body. And I know it's just an information. I know when something is changing, shifting in the collective, because I'm going through different emotional states, but I always know it's not me. I always recognize it's not me. I'm just being aware. I'm just sensing it. I'm probably contributing to transmuting it, to working on it, to shifting it for the collective. So start taking everything so personally, because there is so many energies out there that are literally there to affect you. There's also a lot of technology being used against us. There's technology being used against humanity to siphon our energy, to affect our field. We're really, really precious. Our soul energy is so precious, is so brilliant, and is desired by some dark forces, but we are claiming our power back. We're stepping into our power for the first time, I think, on this planet in that way, on such scale. And we have to remember, if you have like a big dip in how you feel, feeling anxious, depressed, stressed, worrying, fear is a big one. Just ask, okay, is this me really feeling what's going on in my life, or am I aware of something? Is it the earth? For me, most of the time, it's the earth. And for the last several years, nothing was really mine. something bubbles up to kind of be acknowledged and sent off to the universe, but most things are not mine. And I really don't take things moving through me too seriously. Like energy in motion is what we call emotions, which means our energy is literally, or the energy of different sensations is moving through us. So once you remember it, and it's really important to remember that, your life is going to get so much easier. Also learn some kind of technique, some kind of ways of divination, whether what is your yes, what is your no, what is your way of determining what is yes for you, what is true for you, what is no, what is not true for you. It's very important because people rely too much on external sources, and the externalization of everything is what really causes trouble in our life. I had to learn to be empowered. I was so disempowered when I was younger. I had to consult everything with pendulum, with fortune tellers, with crystals, with everything. And now I just tune in and I tune into the energy. And even if the whole world is telling me something and I feel the opposite, I go with what I feel, what I sense, what I know is my inner voice, my inner guidance. And I haven't been incorrect or wrong in years. Like I know when something is off, something is off. Like when I was like, I don't know why it's a no, but it's a no. I'm not going to do it. Why? I don't know. It's a no. I always know later why it was a no, but I trust that. Even if I was like, oh, no, it's going to be fine. Like, no, doesn't feel right. So start listening, you guys, to those whispers because they're always there. And very often, when it comes to the body, there's a whisper and then there's louder voice. Louder. What is the loud voice of the body? Pain, was screaming in pain, but the body was probably talking to you already, trying to get your attention into somewhere, maybe months before, maybe weeks, maybe even years. So please pay attention. This is our greatest, most powerful sensory organ. It's always telling you things. If you want to do something and you feel like there's a whole wall of resistance in front of you, that's the resistance. You need to stop. You need to pay attention to it. And you can ask question, is it resistance coming from me or am I aware of something? And I can bet you, usually you're aware of something. And then what are you aware of? Is it something external? Is it one of my patterns? Is it something that I learned about this? Or maybe I'm sensing something. We would probably save a lot of money before going into business deals that didn't feel right, but sounded good. How many of you did that? Sounds good, but like everything in you is screaming, don't do it. But you're like, it sounds so good. He's so like promising all these things. I'm going to make millions or thousands after investing $20, right? So always listen. You are your wind, you are your sail, you are your boat, basically. And claim, acknowledge that, trust yourself. So learn some kind of way for saying, whether it is, what is it? Forward, backwards, sway test. What is my yes? Forward, what is my no? Whether using pendulum, but learn to detach. Don't influence a pendulum with your thoughts. You can also use other ways of muscle testing. But for me, the most important is to feel into it. Is your heart expanding? Is your energy field opening up when you're feeling about something? Feel into your heart, feel into your gut, or everything is closing down, shutting down. That's your thing. So any last moment questions, comments? I know, Corey, you wrote so much, and this is kind of another level of clearing. If you write to me, or if you write through me, there's a link that Andro posted. I can send you other clearing tracks. I have very specific tracks for alien frequencies, AI frequencies, for negative alien impacts, and so on. I am very, I have very narrow specializations when it comes to that. That was not a platform to address your issues, because this is really out there, really deep, really not that fun to do for anyone, but needs to be addressed. But I have stuff that can help you. Okay. I also have YouTube channel and I talk about those things. I have clearings there. Just Gosia Lorenz, my name. You can look at, I'm very generous with sharing my tools, my expertise. You can also have one-on-one session, or I did some classes recently. Not a problem. Please talk to me. I also have the link that is being posted, Reset Your Energy, Vibrational Resonance Reset. It's really cool. It's really deep, going through all your systems, doing a lot of clearing. But if you download it, I will gift you another one. I have a very special one just for abundance. And it's clearing so many different layers that step in the way of you manifesting and having this abundance. And it's beautiful, beautiful recording, meditation, clearing, transmission that you will get as well. So once you send it to me, I will have your email and I will reply with another MP3 in Dropbox. Okay. So thank you so much for being so beautiful. I saw your faces and I felt you all. I saw a lot of smiles. Thank you so much for your beautiful presence. And if there's anything else you want to tell me, share, now is the time. I know the next speaker is coming. And Andrew, let me know. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
That was absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for spending extra time and getting us back on track.
Oh, thank you. I hope it worked. It worked for me. It felt very powerful. It felt very powerful and potent. And I know many of you, even if you don't maybe feel much in your body, learn to drop into your body and start sensing your body. There's many people walking around just being that, so drop into your body. Your body's really always talking to you, always. Are you listening? So you can always listen to it again, to this transmission. There's more things that I have to offer, so write to me. I send you more stuff. And I'm so happy to be here. Thank you, Andrew, for inviting me. Thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. Lots of yawning, coughing. It's all releasing. It's all releasing. Good, 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 good.